I've got an SEC XRP story that you need to see, along with the latest odds in regards to Jerome Powell. Is he cutting or pausing? And attorney Jeremy Hogan has a message for XRP holders, and yeah, we'll even talk price at the end.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And happy Sunday, crypto fans. And in 2 days, 22 hours from me doing this, we get Jerome Powell and the Fed and the big announcement. But before we get into it, you know the deal. You, the viewer, you matter most. That's why, even though my legs hurt AF, I'm tired AF, didn't sleep at all, I'm still bringing you the news. By the way, race day didn't turn out as we would like it. The storms messed things up. I'll share it in a later video. Modern Creep says if Saylor was actually smart, he would have did what retail did. DC into your position. But nope, he did what a cocky fool would do. Buy on the way up, idiot. Dude, Saylor just didn't buy the dips. He bought the tips and everything in between. In fact, this dude was buying BTC at 105,000 going, yeah, I'm going to be making money. Girlfriend, no. You lost a fuck ton of money on that. And the worst part is your company is losing money. So how the hell are you going to pay for all those shares you leveraged? King Christopher Paul says Stellar made her big move. Not sure how public they went. Well, then was it really a big move if the public doesn't know about it? Is it also a big move if the price is not moving at all? Then it's what, everyone? It's a nothing burger. Just like dieting season, by the way. I might diet for my next race. Manny Means is good to see you, Klaus. You're a beast. Oh my God, do my legs hurt today. I am a throbbing. And the worst part is when you do those crazy races and workouts, your body gives off a whole bunch of heat. Last night while I'm trying to sleep, I was just like throwing the blankets off me. It was so hot. Bitcoin sitting at 83,656. ETH, loser of the group, 1893. ADA struggling here to hold 70 cents, but right now sitting at 70.5. BNB at 600. XRP at 231. Now, big update in regards to XRP SC. Watch the whole video just so you can get the deets, okay? I'm going to share with you some deets and price talk. XP 231. All right, 2 days, 22 hours. The Fed is going to be doing what? Pausing. 99% chance that they're going to pause. But we knew that, right? We knew that, right? If you look at the trends here at the bottom of the screen, by the way, as always, any article you see in this video, it's linked in the description below. But you can see it even a month ago, 97% chance of a pause. So the reality is the market already has the pause priced in. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Jerome Powell coming on the mic on Wednesday and being an absolute fucking prick about stuff. We know that he's not the biggest fan of Trump, and they've butted heads before, and even Trump said he knows more about interest rates than JP and the Fed, and whew, things got spicy there between those two. But the big thing is, what does Jerome say? Does he mention stuff about raising rates? Does he say stuff about, oh, we're going to keep rates higher for longer? Does he dismiss the recent CPI data, which was good? Well, we're going to find out, and going to have a live stream regards to that. By the way, chat is always lit AF, so join us, hang out. Even if you don't want to participate in the chat, reading a text is pretty fun. I actually like it. All right. Bitcoin ETFs face a decline amid market optimism, raising questions about altcoin fund volatility, viability. I think the altcoins, we're going to need to see what happens when we start getting some ETF alts that we like. The ETH ETF was a big nothing burger, but then again, ETH has been played like a commodity, just like you have seen with BTC, so that's really no shock, right? Now, HBAR, SOL, XRP, Sweet, and other ETFs, well, when those get launched and approved, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to track the hell out of them. I think that's where you're going to see a lot of institutional money get in. I know what people are saying, all right? Bro, market's manipulated, yada, yada, yada. It's super risky. I get that. That's why a lot of players go into ETFs, because there's a lot more protection for those investors. Now, once that protection comes in, we saw what it did with BTC. It roared. When the inflows were a banging, BTC was a pumping. But now we're seeing outflows, and the BTC price is what, everyone? It's a dumping. Yeah, it rhymes, okay? Look at how creative I am on this Sunday afternoon. But let's keep learning. The current climate for BTC ETFs highlights significant challenges as the U.S. spot BTC ETF landscape grapples with declining net inflows. Massive outflows, by the way. Definitely need to keep track of them. February recorded a mere 5 days of positive inflows, exacerbated by March's collection of only 1 day of gains. By the way, this is the ETFs. Look at this. Outflow, outflow, outflow. Little bitch Stewie inflow. Little bitch Stewie inflow. Outflow, outflow. Now watch what happens when I zoom out to the year. Oh, shit. Inflows, outflows. In my, oh my, the market changed February 9th. So, outflows. Consequently, the total net inflows have nearly evaporated since the beginning of the year, demonstrating a troubling trend as fund values retreat almost 25% for their peak in January. Okay, all right. So essentially what's happened is we're seeing the institutional players bail on BTC ETFs. And you're seeing that we went from massive optimistic inflows. And remember, that also correlated with crypto prices too, right? We saw a whole bunch of our favorites out there. Think of XLM. XLM's biggest pump was right after the Trump action. And since then, it's kind of gone, right? We've seen that now across the board, not just BTC, but the alts. So, BTC ETFs, it looks like the luster's fading away and the market's moving on. Like, it's almost as if the market played a little pump and dump, catch a falling knife action, right? Maybe a little FOMO action might be a better way to say it. But when the alt ETFs come out, I've been feeling a lot more players are going to be getting into it, but we got to see if the action can hold. So, outflows, market volatility, Jerome Powell and the Fed, got it. Now, let's get into specific XRP news, because I know that's why you're here. I mean, unless you want to hear me talk about my race, but you probably don't. So let's just talk about XRP. Oh, and by the way, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. Turn to me. Ooh, Klaus can't fucking talk today. Can you tell I've got race brain going on? Attorney, Jesus, I'll try it again. Attorney Jeremy Hogan sends crucial message to XRP holders. This is what he said. If you are intellectually honest, it's incompatible with the whole ideal that BTC represents, Hogan stated, acknowledging the difficult reality many Bitcoin supporters now face. Bitcoin was originally designed to function outside of traditional finance. Bitcoin was also touted as a way to hedge against the governments. Now those same BTC maxis are like, yo, governments, we kind of want your money. Yo, governments, can you maybe add us to your strategic reserve? We kind of want to suck on the governmental teat. So before, the maxis were like, yo, don't trust your government, don't trust your fiat, get into BTC. We don't need you, government. And now those same players are like, hey, government, we really need your money because, like, we're kind of in trouble now, and a lot of players out there aren't kind of going for what we're doing. The luster's faded. The ETFs are bleeding. The institutional demand is going down. So, governments, can you help us out with stuff? Yeah, it's pretty messed up to see that shit. However, this has forced many early adopters of BTC to question whether BTC can still uphold its original principles. And I think that's where we're running into some major problems. Saylor was even one of them. And now Saylor is like totally cucking on the ball sack of the United States government. It's all about money, everyone. They don't give a crap what the mission is. They don't care if they're hedging against fiat. They just want to make money. This is all about greed. So don't let these players blow some smoke up the old butthole. S&P 500 falls into correction territory as stocks tumble for a third week. So it's not just cryptos. Okay, so now look at this. See how they're showing the S&P 500 taking a little pooperino right here? Wow, kind of like the ETFs from BTC are taking a pooperino. So it appears that money right now is being pulled out of the markets and being placed on the sideline. Last couple weeks, I've been telling you that stable coins have been growing, like massively growing. Players aren't getting out of crypto completely. They're just going out of BTC and the alts and going into stables. In fact, even your micro stables, like the really, really tall, geez, I can't talk. I'm telling you, race brain. Even the really, really small ones out there, they're growing at an insane rate. So stables in gold, the boring shit, is actually garnering attention. So no, it's not just the crypto markets, but even the S&P 500 is struggling right now. All right, now on to the big news with SEC XRP. And you want to hear the best part about it? It's all bullshit. It's all fake. So guess what Klaus is doing right now? Calling out a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fucking fire. And you know who's going to help me out with this? You know who? John Deaton. This comes from Cryptos R Us, piece of shit page with the blue check mark. Basically, they're just telling you they're a verified piece of shit. Just in, the SEC releases clarification on the potential roles of different cryptos within the government. It says XRP for state-level financial transactions, optimizing government payments, and interbank liquidity. Okay, let me open this up on the old screen over here. Give me a second. That's this one right here. All right. This is supposedly from the SEC, but guess what, everyone? It's fake. Yeah. Cryptos are us posting yet another fake BS story trying to gain traction for the cryptos mentioned. They talk about ADA, best suited for academic credentialing, smart contracts for government. Shut the fuck up with this stupid shit. Sol, high-speed blockchain application. Sol fucking crashes all the time. Like, come on, man. Either way, cryptos are us. Post this story, how supposedly the SEC said all of this on their website about XRP, Sol, and Cardano. But it's all fake. It's all false. Yet another one of those hopium pumpers out there lying to the market and ruining it. Because think about this. I guarantee you, there were people that read this and were like, yo, the SEC said this is Jumblies in the face. I freaking love this. And then we find out it's just bullshit. Legal expert John Deaton debunks his viral XRP document. I could have told you that too. The widely shared post originating from the account Cryptos Are Us, I was more of a Toys R Us fan, purported that the SEC had officially clarified potential uses of digital assets such as XRP, ADA, and SOL within the U.S. government. By the way, if that was going to be the case, the SEC wouldn't be the ones to do it. Do you know why, girlfriend? Because the SEC isn't regulating XRP. XRP is going to be looked at as a commodity. So that's your first bit of evidence right there that this piece of crap is lying to us for a little bit of engagement, clickbaiting, using you for views. These claims are easy to believe as Donald Trump highlighted all three, but remember the SEC isn't dealing with commodities. This document could be another step by the government to legitimize these assets. However, Deaton promptly denied the legitimacy of these claims, clarifying the document wasn't from the SEC. Basically, what Deaton said was, girlfriend, this shit did not come from the SEC. You, sir, are full of crap. Even look at Johnny King right here. Fake news. Please do not include SOL in your XRP propaganda campaigns. We're all well aware how XRP got a foot in the White House. Yeah, and just remember, this is all lies. Isn't that totally disgusting? These influencers, these scammers out there, using you for views, getting you to believe in stuff. And this is all part of the gross hype train that's out there. And remember, what's my job? Bring you the news, good or bad, happy or sad, right? So sometimes I tell you bad news. ETF's bleeding. That's bad news, right? I mean, let's be honest here. That's bad news. Sometimes I bring you good news, right? But I don't bring you bullshit fake news. That's the big problem with this market. We still have a whole bunch of scumbags out there trying to screw you over and push misinformation. And all it does is what? Tarnish XRP, SOL, ADA, and the rest. Now let's talk cryptos because we've already talked about the outflows. We've already talked too about the volume being a big poop sandwich. By the way, volume right now, $57 billion. We are starting to go back to volume levels. We're not there yet. We're almost going back to volume levels before the election, everyone. So now we're seeing the prices pull back. We're seeing the institutional money with the ETFs pull back. We're seeing the retail market pull back. We're seeing the S&P 500 pull back. And we're seeing the huge hysteria starting to wind down. Now let's take a specific look at XRP, down 4% in the last 24 hours. Well, that's good, but guess what? We're still higher than where we were about 5 months ago, so I guess we're happy about that. Zooming out to the 1 month, what do you see? Pumps and dumps. Some capital P, some lowercase p, some capital D, some lowercase d. Hopefully I get to give my wife the D later. Can you tell I'm feeling a little frisky from the race? I mean, I can't physically move, but I mentally want the action. The problem we got with XRP is that we're seeing the pumps and dumps. And remember when the pump happened with the strategic reserve? And then it all faded away. Players were like, oh, dude, so the strategic reserve was just all bullshit? So the markets are just manipulated and they're just screwing us over? Market makers are screwing us over? Did a story about that. How market makers just dumped on the market they didn't buy to keep the market going. See, that's messed up. And now we have false bullshit news in regards for XRP, Solana, and Cardano. This is what they said at the bottom. Solana and Cardano should be integrated in the U.S. digital infrastructure, but not included in the reserve strategy. Instead, they enhance the efficiency and security for... Shut the fuck up. No, it's all bullshit. And the problem we got is that creates what, everyone? Expectations that are really high. And when those expectations aren't met, what happens? We go down, down, down. Do you remember the whole XRP $40,000 buyback stupid scam that was going around a couple years ago? Oh, bro, you're an idiot. They're going to buy XRP at $40,000 because it happened like that with gold. And no, actually, they're going to buy XRP at $2.30 right now. So I wish I had some really juicy good news for you, but I don't. But I am sharing with you the fact that people are trying to screw you over and lie to you. And that, yes, even though you might have a blue check mark, it just means you're a certified piece of shit. And remember, I'm a news channel, not a propaganda hopium pumping channel. No melting faces, grown men will cry, no bullshit like that. It's news, good or bad, happy or sad. The overall markets, though, are pulling back. And I'm not just talking about crypto. I'm talking about stocks as well. The safe haven plays, they're doing good, right? Your metals, they're doing good, okay? Stable coins, doing amazing. Why? Because there's, like, no risk there, right? Pegged 1-to-1. They got good reserves. The gold market, you get it. Hedge against inflation and so forth. And then that brings me to the idea of why BTC was here in the first place. To hedge against inflation, to have a truly decentralized way of having money, having value, having store value and worth. But then those same players are like, hey, government, can you buy some of our BTC? Even though we're hedging against you, can you buy some of our stuff to pump up our prices? And then you got the influencers out there that are trying to pump you up with hopium and bullshit. And that's honestly one of the most damaging things out there. I remember all the times that BitBoy was out there talking about, I've got hidden documents of an SEC settlement that happened years ago. Bullshit. $40,000 buyback. Bullshit. What about all the other stupid melting faces crap that you see? Yeah, it's crap. And the problem is the expectation is built to here, and what we're really getting is right here. That's not good, because that sets the market up for failure. And what you're seeing right now is the institutional players, the retail players, along with the stock market equities players out there going, yo, Trump pump, I think it's over with, girlfriend. And it's not just the prices that are coming back down to normal range, it's the volume. Seriously, find your favorite crypto, your favorite stock, whatever you got, right? Look at the volume averages before the election. Look at them after the election, see how it went bonkers, and start looking at it now where it's starting to go back on down to Normalville. Yeah, a lot of over-promising and under-delivering. Strategic reserve was the same thing. We're going to create a strategic reserve. And they're like, oh, check this out. This is the crypto that we own. Actually, no, this is a PSA 10 Charizard V, okay? They're like, oh, this is the crypto that we have right now. We're going to move it into our strategic reserve pile. Hold on, let me move my Charizard. Oh, wait, see, now my Charizard's in the strategic reserve pile. Hold on. Let me put him back into my personal pile. Personal pile. Hold on. Strategic reserve. There's no net difference. So there's no demand created. And if there's no demand created, well, then you know what happens with price. Right? Exactly. And the problem we got is you're still going to see more BTC minted. You're still going to see more XRP dumped on the market, sold, all that kind of stuff, right? But we need the demand. And we need the real news. So do me a favor. If there's a channel or a Twitter account, I don't want to say X because I hate my fucking X's. I don't hate Twitter, I just hate my X's. But if there's a Twitter account out there, or if there's a YouTube hopium pumper account that's pumping out all BS and it's hurting the market, call them out on it. Oh, and subscribe if you want the news good, bad, happy, or sad. Even after a race day where I can barely move. I'm even wearing pajama pants now. I could barely move this morning. Oh, crazy stuff. Choo-choo, bitches. I'm going to put this Charizard in my strategic reserve pile. Fucking stupid.